Hello everybody, and welcome back to Open Source Tonight. Today what I wanted to talk to you all about is some really cool Linux utilities you can use at the command line. And yes, I have talked about this general topic before, but I'm going to talk about a few more utilities I haven't really talked about. So let's talk about grep. Do you need to actually search through a file really quickly and find a line that has, say, the word error on it? Use grep. You can simply pipe the contents of the file, for example, using cat space file name, pipe character, right, like I'm showing at the bottom, into grep. And here, this grep command will find the word error, and anywhere it has a line that has error on it, it will give you that line. And so that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's a really cool feature. Check it out. Okay, that should be built into all your Linux systems. Next, let's talk about another really cool utility, FFmpeg. So FFmpeg, yes, it's not something built into Linux, but it's really powerful. If you need to encode video or audio or convert from one format to another, FFmpeg supports almost every possible audio and visual and photo format out there. Not everything, but most of them. And so you can, for example, take a ProRes file and convert it to, say, a H.264 encoded file in MP4 container, whatever. You have options, okay? You could scale the image, etc., etc., etc. And so I'll put a couple links in the description to some more information about them. But for example, this command would input a file, right? Scale it to 1920 by 1080, so broadcast HD. So it's like it could be like a 4K file and you want it to be broadcast HD, you downscale it. And then you have an output file over here. And that's it. That's the most simple command, one of the most simple commands you can do. Not quite, but it's close. And it will give you something that's very useful, being able to downscale your image. It also works the other way. If you had a broadcast HD file, you could convert it up to, I think it's 3840 by 2160, which would be 4K resolution, right? 16:9 4K. So if you want to go the other direction. So you have some options. Another interesting utility on Linux that I think is useful though, it's called the tail command. And so the tail command, what it is, it's a command that allows you, let's say you wanted to get the last X number of lines from a file and display it from the end. Okay, great, that's easy. So for example, I could do tail space dash n space number of lines. So I'll say 10, for example, here. And then I give it the name of the file here, hit enter, and just like that, we're able to look at those lines. So this could be very useful if, for example, you're looking at an error log and let's say you wanted to see the last 10 lines because that's where you think your error is, and you don't want to have to scroll through the whole file to find it or something in a text editor. This is much easier. And you can do it over SSH and such as well. So anyway, these are just a couple interesting little utilities that you can use on your Linux system. Let me know in the comments which one you find the most useful. I think for me, grep and tail I use an awful lot. Honestly, I use FFmpeg a lot too though, but I am a video guy, and so maybe you don't use FFmpeg, but I have a feeling you might find use, a lot of you, in grep and the tail commands. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching Open Source Tonight, and I'll see y'all again very soon. Goodbye, everybody!
And action.